I'm Brian Bennett. I'm a mid-market select account manager here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I want to talk to you for a minute about an article that was written in December by David Floyer of Wikibon. David went through the evolution of flash arrays in our industry, and we found it really interesting. He says that the industry kind of started in 2008 when EMC started to introduce flash arrays into some of the, or flash drives into the existing arrays. These hybrid arrays are still one of the most commonly deployed solutions in our market today. Increased performance, and they did a good job. The first players that started to arrive to provide flash optimized hybrids were the Gen 2 players. The first were Nimble and Teagle were two of the first that came along. They were pre-configured with flash and spinning disk. They were really simple. Performance was better. They were easy to manage. But they still had some issues. You know, the issues were the architecture. They're still dual controller architectures, which really limited their ability to scale. So what you saw were these players getting kind of delegated to the smaller end of the market. They dubbed this generation the generation of insignificance because there really wasn't much difference between Gen 2 and Gen 1. Gen 3, you started to see the all-flash players arrive. You know, Texas Memory and Violin were some of the first, and then you started to see the pure storages come in. Same issue as far as the architecture goes. You're still looking at a dual controller architecture that doesn't really scale. But you kind of had to pick. You had to pick between performance with companies like Violin and Texas Memory, but there was no data services. You could choose to have data services as well with companies like Pure Storage, but then you really sacrifice performance when you started to run those data services. So this was called the generation of compromise. So the fourth generation is what we want to talk about and where we are today with Extreme IO. This solution really transforms the way that you do business. All electronic data center. What you're really looking at is a scale-out architecture, which allows these all-flash arrays to scale and take on more use cases. You started to see people at first with VDI being the use case, and now we're seeing a lot more use cases out there where this flash technology makes sense because of the TCO that we're looking at, the performance and the highest performance and the highest TCO in the industry. So we call this group the generation of no compromise, or we don't, but Wikibon called this group the generation of no compromise. And it's really the best way you can truly realize the benefits of all flash. Thank you. Have a good day.